Josh Caygill and teammate Aron Taylor-Smith celebrated their maiden Blancpain Sprint Cup victory on home ground at Brands Hatch Grand Prix circuit in Kent on Sunday the 6th of May, with a very popular Silver Cup success during race 1 of the weekend. During the first one-hour encounter of the Pan-European Championship's sole visit to the UK, Holmfirth-based Caygill and Irishman Taylor-Smith held third in the Silver Cup until late in the race when class leader Jack Manchester crashed out, moving up into second. As a result, the Bentley Continental duo went on to take the checkered flag a mere 0.8 seconds shy of the win. Post-race, however, the BMW M6 GT3 originally credited with first place was disqualified, having ignored black and orange mechanical warning flags, elevating Caygill and Taylor-Smith into the winner's position. Race 2 was, unfortunately, one to forget when Taylor-Smith was caught up in the aftermath of a multi-car tangle at the exit of Druids hairpin on lap 1. Despite the enforced retirement for the number 31 car, though, the Team Parker racing duo still completed their most competitive outing yet in the Sprint Cup. "It's obviously absolutely mega to take our first Silver Cup win, especially at our home race," said Smuck and LSS waist-backed Caygill. "The car felt good this weekend, the Team Parker boys did a mega job and I was happy with my performance. I kept chipping away during practice, finding chunks of time, and in qualifying found a second, so I was pleased with that. In the first race I had a really good start with a mega first lap. I put a massive gap between me and the cars behind and I was tagged right on the back of the bunch ahead. Then we had the safety car and after that I concentrated on putting a big gap to the Ferrari behind. Our pit stop was fantastic and then Aron did a mega job in his stint. It's fantastic to have the first win under glorious spring skies at Brands Hatch. Qualifying on Saturday afternoon began with Caygill behind the wheel of the Bentley for Session 1, to determine the Race 1 grid starting order, and Taylor-Smith taking over driving duties for the Race 2 session. Caygill posted the 16th fastest time, third in the Silver Cup class, but actually went on to begin the first of Sunday's 2 encounters from an elevated 15th on the grid overall due to a penalty for arrival entry. At the start, again in beautiful weather, the Yorkshireman held station initially and then moved into 14th place mid-lap before the safety car was deployed in time for lap 2. Action resumed on lap 4, with 8 minutes gone, and Caygill chased the Lamborghini of Loris Hessmans just 0.2 seconds behind his rival into lap 5. He then fell into the clutches of 2 other Lamborghinis behind, and after being passed by the Perez Campaign car, his exit from Surtees was compromised and Caygill was edged further back to 16th overall at Hawthorne by Christian Engelhardt, remaining in 16th position, third in class, up to the opening of the pit stop window at the 25-minute mark. Caygill then pitted at the first opportunity to hand the car over to Taylor-Smith. When the race order settled after all pit stops were complete, Taylor-Smith held 17th position and third in silver with 3 seconds to try and make up to the second-in-class BMW of Lucas Morais. Initially, the Irishman traded similar lap times with Morais, and so the gap remained at roughly 3 seconds. Getting the gap down to almost 2 seconds with 20 minutes of racing to go, Taylor-Smith closed to within 1.6 seconds into the final 10 minutes, and into the last 5 minutes less than a second separated the 2 cars, glued to the back of Morais. A dramatic and unexpected turn of events with just a couple of minutes to go then elevated Taylor-Smith into second in silver when class leader Jack Manchester spun out into the gravel and retirement, taking the checkered flag in 16th overall. Taylor-Smith was just 0.8 seconds shy of the silver class win before being promoted into first place post-race. Taking the opening stint of race 2, which began in air temperatures of 26 degrees, Taylor-Smith lined up 18th overall on the grid, second in the silver class, but after a clean start chaos ensued out of Druids. Just ahead, the sister Team Parker Bentley of Callum McLeod was pitched into a spin and Taylor-Smith had nowhere to go, resulting in contact with the barriers and heavy damage. Race 2 was a bit of a sickener for us, well, the team as a whole, but it was just one of those things where nobody could do anything, reflected Caygill. I think we could easily have taken away another podium, but we have to be happy with what we achieved this weekend regardless. Misano in Italy will host the third event of the Blancpain Sprint Cup season over the weekend 23rd to 24th of June.